Rosemary Reed remembers driving down I-20 when a pickup truck slammed into her car. Days later, she couldn't shake the headache.
And then I started feeling, the aches and the pains.
So she headed to Texas General.
You can trust Texas General Hospital.
I decided I wanted to support my city, Grand Prairie.
Reed says the ER diagnosed her with a sprained neck. The real emergency came when she opened the bill.
I said, "You have got to be kidding me."
Texas General billed $77,000. Reed thought it was a simple decimal point error.
I just couldn't believe it. It just blew my mind.
Fox 4 obtained an itemized copy of Reed's bill. It shows the hospital charged $60,000 for CT scans of the brain and neck. And the facility fee?
Just to walk in their hospital, they charged me $9,000. Now, I drove there and walked in for $9,000.
Records show Blue Cross Blue Shield paid $54,000 of the bill, leaving Reed with a $23,000 balance. Cynthia Sustaitha went to Texas General for scheduled outpatient gallbladder surgery. She was in and out in about 5 hours. No complications until the bill arrived.
The bill was for how much?
$186,000.
And records Fox obtained show $93,000 of that was just for operating room services, $30,000 for the anesthesia, and $10,000 for the recovery room.
For $186,000, that's the cost of a home.
Sustaitha's explanation of benefits, or EOB, shows Aetna paid $10,000 of the bill, leaving her with a balance of $176,000. She refused to pay and complained to the Better Business Bureau. The hospital responded saying an audit showed the charges to be valid. It says Texas General is out of network, but because she called about the high cost of the bill, the hospital discounted her balance in full. Sustaitha says the bills stopped coming to her home. The EOB shows the $176,000 is still pending. To find out more about what hospitals charge, Fox 4 searched various websites where consumers can do their own cost comparison. We found Texas hospitals are charging about $6,000 to $55,000 for gallbladder surgery, not close to $200,000. CAT scans of the head range from about $390 to $13,000. Texas General charged Rosemary Reed $40,000.
We call it price gouging.
Charles Idelson is with National Nurses United. His group crunches hospital data provided to Medicare. From August to December 2012, Texas General topped the list.
The research that you've gathered makes Texas General the most expensive hospital in the entire state.
Congratulations to the patients there.
And number 8 in the country.
Yeah, that's really quite appalling. It's scandalous. There is no reason for any hospital to be setting their charges that high.
Idelson says Texas General's charge to cost ratio is 10%. So what does that mean?
Well, what that data shows is this hospital is jacking up their charges at over 10 times their cost.
So how can that happen? Simple. There's no national or uniform standard when it comes to what a hospital can charge.
We have insurance companies and hospitals that all go their own way, that set their own policies as to what they're going to pay and what they're not going to pay. We need some real reform in your state to crack down on this practice.
Texas General is a private hospital. On most days, the parking lot is not very crowded, but we did spot the owners of the hospital. State records show Suleiman Hazmi serves as the president, and his father, Hassan, is the chairman of the board.
We asked the owners for a sit-down interview. They agreed, then abruptly canceled. Instead, they sent us a statement that says because of privacy laws, they cannot comment on individual patient bills. It also says that the hospital conforms to all requirements when it comes to charges.
When Troy Hill flew into DFW, he was relieved there was a hospital close by. He had a skin rash and fever. Doctors diagnosed him with cellulitis. His bill, nearly $100,000 for drugs, labs, x-rays, and an EKG. Cigna picked up nearly all of it.
And I got the bill and I was astonished that my insurance had paid $97,000 for a couple hours and some antibiotics.
Texas General responded to Hill's complaint saying the charges are valid and within the range of other out-of-network facilities. What worries these patients is they thought healthcare costs were supposed to be going down. Rosemary Reed says when faced with these kinds of bills, no one can afford to stay silent.
This is the very reason it costs too much. They're $9,000 to walk in their hospital. It's not like I was on care flight. I walked in and walked out with a headache.